gonna tell you something, brothers. Every single day you wake up, man, you're going to have to choose which world you're living from, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to choose which world you're going to live from every single day. And to be honest, several times throughout the day, you're gonna have to choose which world you're going to live from. Because I'm gonna tell you this: it's impossible to be a person that wakes up every single day and complains about life, whatever that is, whether it's your work, your job, your relationship, your whatever. It's gonna be impossible to be a person that wakes up and complains about life all day and be a person that wakes up and is getting to it. A person that wakes up and is a man of action. It's impossible to be both. So you're gonna have to make a decision every single morning you wake up. Like what side of the fence am I going to be on? You know what I'm saying? Like go to your job, and you're gonna have that one brother that every single day he's talking about how either it's not enough hours, how it's too many hours, how the job is doing this wrong, how it's not enough equipment, how the bad managers and everything else about the job. That man that wakes up every day and comes up there to complain, he's going to be there forever complaining. He's going to be there forever complaining, or they're going to let him go. And before that happens, right? Because you can't be in an energy of complaining and being a man of action. Now that brother that's in that same water cooler conversation, man, that's co-signing, yeah, man, they doing this, yeah, man, they doing this. But all of a sudden he gets quiet. All of a sudden on lunch break, man, he's no longer at the water cooler talking negative about the company, and he's in his car, his truck, reading a book, or he's in a parking lot meditating, or he's watching YouTube videos on how to learn some kind of skill. That guy, he's not going to be there long. He's not going to be there long, man. Because again, he's a man of action, and you can't be a man of action and a complainer at the same time, bro. So ask yourself, man. Observe yourself. Observe yourself and say, you know what, man? Let me look at my last 24 hours on this planet. Did I just walk around and complain about everything? Did I complain about even your relationships? Yeah, man, you got some guys that'll say, hey, man, yeah, man, my girl, man, she always wearing booty shorts. Or my girl, she always at the club. Or my girl, man, she be disrespecting me, man. Okay, you've identified it. Now what? You're going to have to do something about that. Either y'all are going to fix that, you're going to check that, or you're going to bounce. But to sit there and complain about your situation, your relationship, your job, even your health. Oh, diabetes running my family. Oh, pops was this or that. So man, it's just the way we move. Or you're gonna be a man of action, man. And it comes down to man, which world you're going to live from. And when I say that, man, I'm specifically talking to the brothers that have vision. Which world are you going to live from? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to live from that world in your mind, or are you going to live from this third dimensional simulation? Really, what I'm saying is, what world are you going to respond to? What world are you going to respond to? Are you going to fire that television up every day, man, and get emotionally engaged on what they're saying is going on? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna let what social media is saying is the new trend, or what they say the economic world is doing this? Are you gonna respond to that? Or are you gonna respond to abundance in your mind? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna respond to? Are you gonna respond to the diagnosis a doctor gave you? Or are you gonna respond to the balance in your checkbook? Are you going to respond to the scale? Are you going to respond to all these things? Or are you going to respond to the world in your mind? I'm convinced, bro, that's one of the most powerful things that us as brothers can do, man, is to learn to create a vision, to align our energy with that vision, your prayer, and never come out of it. Never come out of it, man. Like we are unstoppable as men when we do that. And really what it comes down to, man, is something I've been saying forever, man. Like we have to lock in. We have to first create and then lock in to our avatar, man. Your identity. What character are you going to play in this game of life? Think about what I'm saying, man. Think about what I'm saying. If you have power to be whatever it is you want to be, everybody does. If you have the power to be whatever it is you want to be, what are you choosing to be? If you have the power to create whatever existence you want to create, what world are you choosing to create in? You know what I'm saying? The first thing you got to do is this is the first thing you got to do, man. The first thing you have to do is to look around your world, look at your circumstance, look at your health, look at your money, look at your relationship, look at everything, man, and say, you know what? Good, bad, whatever. Let me own this first. Before I do anything, before I make any moves, before I call any plays, let me first own my existence. And let me think about the type of person that I am to create this world. If I want to complain about this area of my life, I gotta own it. I gotta own that. I gotta own that part of me. I gotta own my relationships. I gotta own my health. I gotta own my bank balance. You know what I'm saying? Because once you own it, that's when all power comes back into you, man. That's when when you take that accountability and that ownership of your current situation. And this is the thing. I don't care. Nobody cares about where you were born. People saying, well, I was born without this. I was born without a father. I was born, my great great grandparents had to raise me, man, and everybody was gone. Or I was born and I got done wrong. Or I was born on this side of the tracks. Or this race of people get treated different. Or like at some point, you may can ride that wave in your teens. You may can ride that wave in your 20s. But at some point, that story gets old. At some point, you can't ride the wave of your trauma, man. You know what I'm saying? At some point, no one cares. You know? So when you finally snap out of that, whatever age that is, man, you gotta say, okay, you know what? Whatever, life happened. Let me create a new identity. Again, going back to what I'm always saying, if I understand my power, if I understand that the world is responding to me, the world is responding to my identity, the world is responding to my truth, my actions, my behaviors, my demeanors. The world is responding to that. Then let me create the perfect avatar for what I'm trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Let me write my own script. If I'm gonna be in the movie, let me make myself the star. Think about what I'm saying, man. You telling me the creator gave you a journal, put you in a director's chair? You know what I'm saying? And you're creating a life that you want to complain about? Come on, man. Who does that? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter first of understanding your power and governing your actions based on that. But it's gonna come down to your identity, man. Who are you? That's why I say it a million times, man. Like when you find yourself in, let's say, a depressive state, when you find yourself in a lonely state, when you find yourself sad, when you find yourself, and it's like, man, I've been going in circles for the whole year of 2025, or for the last 3 or 4 years. My life has just been in circles. The first thing you need to do, man, is stop every single thing you're doing. Just stop. And that may just be you calling in a day at work, say, hey, you know what, I ain't coming in today. Or that may just be, hey, you know what, Friday comes, weekend hit, I'm just going to sit at home. I'm just going to sit at home all day. No TV, no music. I might do a little reading, a little meditating, and understand who I am. Understand what am I putting out to create the world that I'm receiving. It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing, man. But a lot of us can't take 5 minutes to who was I just talking to said Self-reflection. I was just talking to somebody. I don't know who that was. And we were just talking kind of the same conversation, I believe. And they said something like self-reflection. And I was like, that's A1 right there. That was my sister. That was my sister. I was at my sister's house yesterday. And we were talking about, just talking about some stuff. I got to get that video posted too, man. Let y'all meet my sister. But yeah, she was talking about, yeah, it's like part of just elevating, man, is self-reflection. Self-reflection, man. When you can learn to take 5 minutes, man, learn to take one day and just say, you know what, before I complain, let me observe myself. Let me observe myself and be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like again, same scenarios. If your money is always doing something, like sit down and say, man, what am I doing for my money to be funny, for my weight to be funny, for all my relationships to do a certain thing? At some point, you got to say, hey, you know what? I'm the cause. I'm the common denominator. I'm the common denominator in all these scenarios. It has to be me, and own it. And then fix it. Fix it. And you fix it by creating that avatar. How else do you fix it? So this is the transmission of it right here, man. Like I'm always saying, who are you? But then I'm saying what? Where are you going? Where are you going? And it's beautiful how it's full circle. How everything starts with the vision. How the avatar, it's crazy. How the avatar can't be created without the vision. But then when I say where are you going, it's like putting wheels in motion. It circles back down. It circles back to the vision again. So you go from the vision to create the avatar. The avatar then pursues the vision by having that end goal, by having that destination. So who are you, and then where are you going, man? And when I say where are you going, again, like I said, like I always say, the vision, man, is both the fuel, the compass, the map, the vision, the navigate. Vision is everything. And like I said, if it wasn't last video, it was a video or two ago. The way you know if you're living from the vision or not is if there's movement. If there's movement, I'm not saying you won't be busy, because everybody's busy. Everybody I know, their 24 hours is packed. Nobody has time to do nothing. But it's like, yeah, everybody's moving, but are you productive, and are you moving closer toward the goal? That's how you know you're living from your vision, man. Or when you go to bed at night, it's like, am I closer to my Egypt? You know what I'm saying? Am I closer to that thing that I'm trying to achieve? And if you can go a whole week, and it's just like, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know what you're tied to. You tied to a thought in the background, but you're not tied to that vision. Because when you're tied to your vision, man, and you don't achieve what you were supposed to achieve that day, oh, you feel some kind of way, man. You feel some kind of way. You can feel yourself backing up. You can feel yourself losing ground, which is still a good thing, because at least you know you're still alive. At least you know you're still plugged into the vision. When a person is drifting and they don't know it, that's what Hill was talking about in Out with the Devil. I was just reading that earlier, man. Drifting. That's the only way you can drift. Listen to this. That's what I'm saying. The only way you can drift is by not knowing who you are and not knowing where you're going. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting on a boat with no motor, with no sail, with no rows. You just get out in the water, and you just go with the flow of whatever the world is doing. If it's blowing me this way, if it's blowing me that way. That's what it's like when you don't live from your vision. When you don't know who you are and where you're going. It's like getting in a canoe and just sailing off into the Atlantic. Just la 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Think about that's how most people are living. Most people are living their lives with no transmission, no steering wheel. You have to know who you are, man. Even if you have some days where it's like, you know what, I didn't go 100% this day. I didn't go 100% this week. At least you're connected to that. At least you're connected to knowing if you're going back or not. When you're drifting, you don't even know it. And I know y'all know what I'm saying. Everybody has drifted. When you're drifting, you don't even know you're drifting. It's like a boy said in Sixth Sense. Like, there are some people, how you say, I see dead people, but the thing is, they don't know they're dead. When people are drifting, they don't know it, man. That's why I say every day you wake up, who am I? Where am I going? What is my goal? What am I connected to? What am I living from my vision? And I know I say the same things all the time, man, but these are the keys, bro. And I'm not sitting here and saying, like, acting like I got life figured out, bro, because I'm trying to figure out like everybody else. I'm trying to figure this game of life just like everybody else. And if I live to be 100 years old, I might have just now scratched the surface. But I'm gonna tell you this: I know what side of the fence I'm on. I know what side of the fence I'm on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hear me sitting there talking about, oh man, what the world is doing. Da, 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 da. If I'm talking about it, I'm talking about a solution in the same setting. If I'm talking about some issue, I'm talking about a solution in the same setting. You know what I'm saying? We have to be solution. We have to be solution-based men, and if not for the whole world, at minimum for ourselves. At minimum for yourself, man. For you and yours, for you and your family, for you and your kids, man. Put that on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like put that on your shoulders and say, man, you know what? Like we gonna get it out the mud. Like, it might not be pretty, it might not be textbook, but we gonna get it out the mud. We might come through with some bumps and bruises and some whatever, but we gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't your attitude, man, you need to wake up an hour earlier, man, and do some inner work, man. You know what I'm saying? Like defeat should never be an option. Should never be an option, man. I don't care what it is you're going on. What's going on, girl? Sitting there making a video. You want to get on?
No.
But yeah, you gotta lock in. You have to lock in, and sometimes, man, hesitation will be, not hesitation, but resistance. Sometimes we will have to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we might have to even rest at that rally point for an extra minute or two while we put our game plan together. But we're not gonna sit there. We're not gonna sit there and look at a world we're not going to live from and complain about it. We're gonna sit there and regroup, man, and prepare to move forward, man. But yeah, vision is everything, bro. But again, you can't be a man that lives from your vision. Thank you so much. You crazy. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
But you can't be a man. You can't be a man that lives from your vision and wakes up and complain every day. And the thing is this: when you find yourself around people that are complaining, kill it. Kill that situation, man. Because those type people can only drain you. Because think about this: if they're complaining about life, they're not fulfilled. And if they're not fulfilled, they got to get that essence from somewhere. They're going to be extracting it from you, man. They're going to be extracting it from you. So all I'm saying is, man, think about every day you wake up. I'll say this. Every day you wake up and every day before you go to sleep. Think about what world you're living from. Think about like oh, it's late now. But think about, for example, it's gonna be sun up in a little bit. If I go to bed and wake up, the first thing this is pretty much what I'm gonna do every morning. And I ain't saying I go into some deep meditation or I read, 30 pages of Outwitting the Devil. I'm not saying it's like that every morning, but I'm gonna tell you this: there's not a morning that takes place, man, where I don't get out of bed and like before I even cut the lights on, I go sit in my chair. I'm gonna sit in the chair for at least 3 or 4 minutes every day. And I ain't talking about 3 or 4 minutes to kind of sit in the chair to kind of keep waking up, to get my definiteness on. For that 3 or 4 minutes, man. For that 3 or 4 minutes, every morning, I'm closing my eyes, and I'm thinking about what's the vision, what's the place, like what's the destination, and let's make sure, man, that before the world starts to hit us. You know what I'm saying? But before I get on social media, man, and start hearing about all the negative things, before the television gets to telling me, who's in charge, before the world gets to promoting fear in my life, I lock into the vision, man. And I'm not saying every day is a home run. I'm not saying that every day I go to bed it's like, yep, you did the damn thing today, man. Every day it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Every day it's not a home run, but I'm gonna at least get a base hit in there. I'm gonna get a base hit every day. And it's only because I start my days like that, man. I'm asking myself, who am I? Where am I going? What's the vision? Is it one world? Am I living in a singular truth? If not, let me work on that today. If not, let me go inside of my mind 3 or 4 times throughout the day, man, and extract that energy out of there so it can be one world. That's the objective, man. The objective is for your inner world and your outer world to be one world, to have one single truth. That's the objective. And when we can learn, not only learn how to do that, but when we can understand that that's the game, man, it's a lot easier, man, to lock in, bro. Because you know the rules of the game, man. You understand the objective of the game, man. You understand the objective of the, I want to say this, and I this crossed my mind just now, man. And I don't want to get off topic, but hell, it's the middle of the night. We're just rambling anyway, man. The objective of life, like once you understand what the objective of life is, it makes life a lot easier. And when I say easier, I don't mean that you aren't going to go through things, because I believe once you understand what the objective of life is, and you start living a certain way, it's a chance you're going to experience more problems because you're living harder now, right? But this is my version of what the objective of life is, man. The objective of life is to find our way back home. To find our way back home. And when I say find our way back home, when I say finding our way back home, it's like this. Like when we were born, right? As soon as you came into this world, man, I believe that every person was still connected directly to God. I believe we had knowledge. I believe that's why a baby come out and they can't talk. Like if they could talk, man, they'll probably be blowing our heads off with the knowledge and understanding. So and I believe that after living for something, changing a flat out there or something, man. I believe that after 2, 3, 4, 7 years of living, man, and the world, whether it's our upbringing, whether it's school, whatever, man, strips us of that knowledge, and they cram this world's knowledge into us, man. That's just pretty much how life is. And I think the objective of life is to find our way back to that original state. To find our way back to the trust and the faith and the knowledge we had in God when we first came here, or before we came here, however you want to look at that, man. To find our way back home, man. And once you understand that, or for me, once I understood that was my objective to life, like it instantly installed purpose in me. You know what I'm saying? And I use the same scenario all the time. But think about cutting on the PS5, right? Throwing in some Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, ta-da, you're in the game. They give you an M16 and say, here you go. And you just like, man, this is cool. And you're running around. You're running around the game. You're running around the world for a certain amount of time. Take care, brother.
No, you too, man.
All right, man.
You say it.
All right, you do, bro. You're yeah, they throw you off in Call of Duty, man, and just throw your M16 and some night vision goggles. For a minute, you're gonna say this is fun, and you're gonna be running around, man, observing the world. But at some point, you're gonna be like, you know what? Like there's no fulfillment. Like there's no fulfillment because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What are you gonna start doing? You think? You're gonna start going inside the bars. You're gonna start drinking. You're gonna start smoking. You're gonna start chasing women because there's some kind of fulfillment you should be having, but you can't find it. But you can find glimpses of God in this high of life, in the vices of life. You know what I'm saying? But once you understand, like, there's a mission. Like there's a mission I'm supposed to be. You know, you can hit the little buttons, man, and to bring the mission up on the screen. Oh, you're supposed to be going from point A to point B to get the truck to do the XYZ and da. Now it's like, now I have fulfillment. Now as soon as I cut the video game off, I can't wait to get back up because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what life is like, man, when you're tied to vision, man, and tied to mission and understand why you're here. You know what I'm saying? You're not even entertained by the same things that everybody else is. You can't wake up. You right now, man. It's the middle of the night, man, and I'm tired, and I hate the fact that I'm tired. I wish I could be up for 3 days straight, cause I love what I'm doing. I love engaging with what I'm engaging in. I love talking to my brothers on this camera. I wish I didn't get tired, cause I love the game, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the game. Because I know what I'm supposed to be doing now, man. You know? So yeah, man. Just again, when you wake up in the morning, man, or when you watch this video, man, before you watch the next video, man, before you go back in from break, before you do whatever it is you were doing, just pause for 30 seconds and say, you know what? Let me look at my last 24 hours. Let me look at my last calendar year. Have I been complaining or have I been a man that's putting things into action? And your action may be completely different than somebody else's action. Don't be looking down the street seeing what Brother Joe Blow is doing. Don't be looking down the street seeing what Sister Kathy Sue is doing. Because they're going to be moving. They might be moving faster or slower than you. They might be playing a whole different. They might be on a whole different mission or segment of the game. Just focus on your game, your life, man, and enjoy it. Enjoy it, man. Like even enjoy what seems to be the shortcomings and the challenges and the what seem to be setbacks. Enjoy it, man. And I know it's easier. I know it's easier said than done, right? First, you got to understand everybody's going to be having challenges and setbacks. You might get on the gram in the book, and some people might be, levitating like, "Oh, my life is just so perfect." That applies to nobody. That applies to nobody. You might think because somebody is making more money or healthy or married or whatever, you might think, oh, this person's life is perfect. Everybody is going through the exact same challenges. You know what I'm saying? So I lost my point. I don't know how I got off on that, man. But what was I getting ready to say? I can't remember, man. That must mean I'm too tired. I need to shut this camera off. But lock into the vision, brothers. Lock into the vision, man, and enjoy the game. Lock into the vision. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, man. Think about what life would be like if it didn't have any challenges. Same scenario, video game, no ops, no stray bullets, no nothing. Just me in this simulation with no problems. Life would be boring. Life would be boring, man. So call it out to the good. Call it out to the experience. You know what I'm saying? But lock into the vision, brothers.